Tonight on LolcowRewind, Billy the Fridge and Xylee Gets Real go over the real interesting facts of all of the top stories. We're talking to Beans herself, I do believe. Ladies and gentlemen, do you pass the test? Is it a pregnancy test? I do not know. Baby Billy is on the docket. Abort! Abort! Ladies and gentlemen, tonight gets wild. The nerds were in prime time. The queens were bickering. The milkers were thickering. The cows were under construction. And the show goes on. What's up, true believers? I'm your host, Billy the Fridge, and you are watching LolcowRewind. Rewind. Drop those R's in the chat if you think that I'm fat. I'm here with my co-host, as always, you know her, Xylee Gets Real. Xylee, how are you doing this evening?
What's up?
Shoot, you know me. I'm just fiddle fatting around, hitting all the wrong buttons today. You know what happened? You know what happened?
What?
I saw nerds, and there was a lot of tea. Huge yes! Welcome to Pay Pig.
Hell yeah! You know what we do for a pay pig?
Around here, when we get a pay pig, we swig for a pig. And I got to say, Hugh, I recently realized this whiskey was not a $450 bottle as I originally thought. It was a $2,300 bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Nice little swig. I got to get a cheaper bottle because I'm running out. I should have savored that. I was literally washing cricket down with $2,300 whiskey. Something wrong with me, dude. Something wrong with me.
Oh, God.
Kaidik says, hello, my beautiful hosts in chat. Hi, Kaidik. How you doing? How you doing? Grim Reaper, welcome to Cash Cow. Rex Delatter, welcome to Bam World. Mystery Deck, welcome to Bam World. Tool Vicarious is RWO. Let's go, True Nutter Butters. And DJ Gomez, welcome to Cash Cow. Things in the LCU are cooking. DJ Gomez, Cash Cow for 1 month, says, so glad to finally be able to become a member of my favorite show in the LCU, RWO for life. DJ Gomez, we're glad to have you. A lot of people think that the LCU is in shambles. It's on fire. Yeah. And I got to tell you, it's not. We're always popping off. Yeah. The fact that a little show can be at the epicenter of drama is a good thing. Nerds was going at Test in prime time. Mm-hmm. They were going at Grimm. They were going at Beans, or they were supporting
No, they weren't
Beans.
going at Beans. They were
like they were pro Beans. CC Corinthos coming through with the grifted. Thank you for the grifted. They were like Beans. They were surgical on.
Bro, I gotta say this, and I know that I went up there and said this to her, but I just want to say it on this show too. I want to document it that I said this. I have already said before, Zay was a big reason why I came back. That and my loyalty, because I walked away for a second, but like my loyalty came back, and knowing what Zay said to me in the DMs, which I'm not gonna put out there. And watching what she did today, it means even more to me what she said to me in the DMs. Swear to God. This is what, when you have a bone to pick with somebody that's a content creator, that's what you do.
You get receipts. Xylee loves her receipts. So when she saw all those video receipts, Xylee was like, oh, damn.
That's what you do.
She went back.
That's what you do. When you got an axe to grind, that's what you do. And honestly, yeah, we didn't do it. But quite honestly, this was actually for Zay to do. She did a good job.
Yeah, Zay had, there was one particular clip where Knightmare was saying, I think it was at Fat Camp in the wedding hall where Knightmare
I have that timestamp.
We should probably play that because that was that right there was crazy. Pluto in the chat says, Billy gives me treats. Sit down, Pluto.
Okay, let me pull it because it did just happen, and they were doing the timestamps as they were live. So give me a second, and I'll pull it.
No, that was the moment where I was like, "Oh God, this is tough." The like there was a lot of people who were saying that there was just okay. When Keemstar said that Rewind's not covering the biggest news story in the LCU. I think what Keemstar was actually doing was turning this into the biggest news story in the LCU. Because Rewind usually covers anything that's really being talked about. The majority of what is inevitable makes its way to Rewind. It's hard not to talk about what's inevitable. People weren't talking about it. Kyle Seidel, welcome to Cash Cow. He says, prize coming soon. A prize? Did we get a prize?
A prize?
Cheers to you, Kyle. So the idea that we weren't talking about it, when everything first came out, we mentioned, we gave our regards, but I think we were kind of waiting for the other shows that had beef to maybe make their attack. And I think Zay, with the history that Zay's had with Grim and Beans, we were waiting for something like this to happen.
Yeah.
And this was kind of the destiny for Zay to be the one to do this.
Yes, 100%.
As much as Xylee was like, I'm so proud of her, like if Xylee would have done all this, it wouldn't have had the same oomph as Zay doing this.
Exactly. That's why I was saying this was meant for Zay to do. Because I would have looked like a picky old bitch. Why are you picking on them? You're a picky old bitch. No, this was a Zay move to make. I have to respect it because you know what? Something like this would have been done on my channel. I mean, I've done shit like this before. That's why I'm kind of proud of her. I'm like, holy fuck, I've done shit like this before. Hell yeah. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, so let's watch this moment. Because everybody's saying people who are saying that Grim and Knightmare are in a relationship, that's homophobic. There was a long buildup, right? It wasn't just out of nowhere. We're like, because Knightmare's bi, that we're saying Grim is gay. This has been like a self-made prophecy by these guys. Like, look what Knightmare had to say at Fat Camp.
All right, here we go. Hold on, make sure my volume's all the way up.
And that's why, like, I love him. Like, you know what I mean? That's why he's like my ride or die brother. There's no other way around it. We have got a very, very close relationship. So much so that Beans is kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you. She keeps thinking I'm gonna steal her man.
Oh no! Yeah, like saying Beans is kind of jealous. She keeps thinking I'm gonna steal her man. Saying that at Fat Camp, that's prophetic, you know?
Yeah.
When Beans was on Dolls and said that they had broken up, who was right there in the comments to say, you shouldn't make this content? Knightmare. That's something that the new girlfriend would do. It's like the actions that were happening just happened to be like part of, like, you weren't playing well into it. So like, that's why people were saying these things. It wasn't just people are being, because I think even today I was reading someone in one of the chats was saying, why are people hating on Grim? And I'm like, Like, I have no idea. Maybe it's catching strays for the beef me and Knightmare are having. And then Grim had responded, it might be this homophobia thing that's going around between me and Knightmare. And I'm thinking, is this the new meta that people are being homophobic? And I think it's kind of earned. Like they like there's more than enough things that have played into the bromance.
Yeah, they played into it.
There is exactly a bromance here. Mm-hmm. That's undeniable. So it's having it both ways, where you can do the gay dance parties, say I'm gonna steal your man, have all these things that are like bromantic, and then also be like, hey, you can't say that we're bromantic. That's homophobic. It's, and don't get me wrong, there's some comments that are too far, right? Yeah. There are some comments that are too far. Like I agree. I will say that 100%. Beans, you're live on LolcowRewind. How does it feel to have straight hair?
It feels weird. It feels very unnatural.
Right?
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that comment that he made. Of course, it was when Fat Camp, he was all by himself because Grim went to the cabin and he was sleeping with me.
Ooh, Caddy. This is how you talk to the new girl, huh?
I'm just saying, he decided to say that comment whenever Grim was not by his side. So I think he was a little bit jealous. He wants to talk about jealousy. Why was he jealous that day?
I mean, he had just gotten that amazing hug from Grim. Remember that hug when Grim walked away from you after you got the flowers? He left the room and Knightmare got that amazing hug because he got his job back on test. Did that make you jealous?
Oh, of course, yeah. It totally did. It totally did.
I thought that
he was left with a little bit of longing.
I thought that was wild work. The most emotion I'd seen Grim ever give another human being was that hug to Knightmare. Anyways, thank you for coming on.
Question. This is what Ken shared.
Mm.
So was that a big problem?
So Bean says, hey, I mean, I can't tell people what they can or can't talk about, especially when it was one of the reasons Grim and I broke up, because I tried to establish a boundary of him going too much into the gay arc, and he dismissed my feelings and did it anyways. Our relationship was part of the LCU and public, so it should be fair game.
Yeah, so when it comes to that comment that I made to somebody else, I didn't know that they were going to screenshot that and put that on Cafe. But like I said, everything is fair game. And all in all, I wanted them to use this to their benefit. Our relationship was public. Our relationship was in the LCU. Everything in the LCU should be fair game. If it was something like, if I was somebody who's behind the scenes, if I was somebody who's hidden, then of course that's something completely different. But we're both hosts. Our relationship was on camera. You should be able to talk about it, and you should be able to profit from it or benefit from it in some sort of way, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it affected me the most whenever I asked Grim to go on Cafe for me because I was going over to Georgia. And during that time, he had a very heated discussion with Ken about if satisfying yourself is considered homoerotic behavior, if that's the word. And he defended that so hard that there were people in the chat saying that I was not satisfying him enough. And so that affected me. I was on my way to Georgia. I was in the car. I texted him and I'm like, hey, can you like reel it back a little bit? Or I feel uncomfortable that you're going this hard. And he said, you shouldn't worry about what other people say. And there's something else that I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Before Nerds ended, Buff Weeb said something along the lines of, did Grim ever get upset at you for what you did on Milkers, for drinking on Milkers? The only time that Grim has ever brought up that he was upset that I was drinking on Milkers was right after I told him, like, hey, I don't like you talking about this stuff on stream. or going so hard in the motherfucking paint about this stuff on stream. He said, well, if you're going to control what I do on stream, I never said anything about you drinking and dancing on stream, so I don't think that's fair.
It was like a tit for tat sort of thing.
Yeah.
So just once you voiced concern, then he had concern. Never before did he really care. So it's like, so now that you have an issue, invalidating your issue with him now having an issue, he wasn't man enough to voice a concern until you had a concern, type of thing.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, to invalidate your concern.
I'm going to ask the question everybody is dying to know. And I hate asking this question, but if I don't ask it, it's going to be like, oh, Xylee, you were sweeping. Do you think Knightmare was a contributing factor of you and Grim breaking up?
Yes.
Be honest. Okay.
Yes, and I think that if I said no right now, you would call me out on it. Because there were multiple times where I would come to you, Xylee, about having an issue with Knightmare, and you would just say, I know that you and Grim are together, but Grim and Knightmare are co-hosts, and I think that you should just remove yourself completely from anything test.
Yep.
To make sure that they work and make sure that we can work together. So there was a situation where Knightmare wanted Grim to do a 24-hour stream, but it was a Friday. And Saturdays are the days that we hang out. So the only thing that Grim wanted to do was get some reassurance from me that it's okay. I was in Rewind VC that day. I didn't care. And I made that very clear whenever I went into chat. I said, I don't care. You do whatever you want. And the worst thing about text is that you can never understand how somebody's tone can be perceived, right? So Knightmare read that. He took it very harshly. And immediately he gave me a 24-hour ban. I tried to explain myself. I couldn't. So I decided to hop on. He was very upset. He did not want to talk to me. It was a very tumultuous argument that happened on test. Grim, the type of person that he is, he just doesn't like conflict, so he was pretty much very quiet. Whenever I left, he tried to comfort Knightmare and make sure that Knightmare was okay. And after that happened, it seemed like the vibe wasn't there anymore. And unfortunately, they had to end their stream on a very somber and sour note.
Mm-hmm. I remember that night because I was in VC with you, and I remember you saying that. And I remember, I think I hopped on that stream and said, she was okay with you doing the 24-hour, right?
The test was a rough. Test
Bro won't let me donate $100
Kyle.
Or even $50. God blame Eric. I'd cry a little sorry, Eric.
Kyle, I tell you what happened. You probably balled out of control on every other show. I think they limit how much you can do, Kyle. Thank you for your support on all the shows, though. You were killing it today. Appreciate you, Kyle. Now, Test was originally Lolcow Court. You guys came into Lolcow Court, and you guys were a package deal. You worked so well together. I saw Grim, and I was like, this guy's great. I saw you. I was like, oh, it's a duo. And she's probably even like she probably is better than him because you were in the background and you were like the teller. Which one's the quiet one? The teller. You were the teller to his pen. You were like you didn't have to say as much, and you were able to deliver like these little extra punches. I was impressed by that. And then you kind of poked
Hey,
ahead.
all on screen, sending you all love and good vibes.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you, Lily.
But I was impressed by how much screen time you could eat up without being the main character. And then all of a sudden, you were the main character. You took over Test. Mishima Bloodline, thank you for the grifted. Also, Southern Sasquatch, thank you for the grifted earlier. I don't think we called you out for that. Appreciate that so much. We'll get to all the other comments soon. But you immediately took over Test. And then you were offered Cafe. And in that, you said, I'll do it, but you got to give Test to Grim. right? That was part of the deal. And then Grimm gets test, and then Knightmare gets put on test. Knightmare is kind of responsible in a way for things going this way. If you could go back, not come into the LCU, would you want to live in a world where you and Grimm were just happily oblivious to the way things are now?
If there was a chance to go back in time, I think I wouldn't take it because I truly believe that things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And I believe that this was probably the best way for us to drift apart.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Exactly. If we got married, if we had kids, imagine the stressors that would put on our relationship, and imagine how much worse it could have been, what the ending could have been like.
That was the real test, and you passed. That was the real test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that I wanted to rip off the Band-Aid as soon as possible and to make sure that it was mutual, it was positive in the light of the LCU, and no matter what, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
There are so many people that support Tess. There are so many people that support dolls now. Yeah. And there's no reason for anybody to hate either one of us. Like, if you want to be, drama-pilled, content-pilled, and be like, oh shit, like, it was through text. Like, I find it funny that people are, like, clowning on me, being like, oh, it's because you're fucking crazy, right? you were gonna take that knife and just, like, that sort of thing. Like, it's funny to make fun of the bad things in life, because if you don't make fun of it, what's left?
No, exactly. Taking things too seriously, you end up missing out on what's real. You really do. And I think you were trying so hard to make something happen here that you were going to end up being in that 10 years down the line with kids involved, It was going to be something where you were pot committed and it wasn't going to be right. Pokegagos says coming out as gay to your kids would have been so hard. You think you would have came out as gay to your children, Beans?
I don't think bisexual is technically not. I mean, would you tell your kids you're bisexual?
I wouldn't.
If you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't tell them unless they walked in, At that point, I'd be like, hey, so you got two moms. And they're both sluts. Frankie the Chihuahua says, Beans, you'll find your lobster. You deserve so much better. Shinobi Ben says, so Tess does test things like sexuality. Hello. That's not funny. Mishima Bloodline, thank you again. Lily Masai, thank you again. Mighty Five says, listen to King Billy. He's never wrong, hence why he is king. They never gave me a crown. All these other channels beg for crowns and get them. We don't have to beg for crowns. We just get them. I'm begging for a crown under my breath. Red Legion Network says, spill it, hot beans. What? What? Mr. Unremarkable says, going to be sipping Steelies for a while to make up for that expensive-ass bottle. For real. I didn't buy the bottle. It was gifted to me. I just didn't realize how much it was worth. Holly Awesome says, let's go, Billy and Xylee. Welcome to Cash Cow 2 months deep now, Holly Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. That catches us up. Beans, you're on Dolls now. It's a new show, but it's got a cult following already. You got a younger audience, which is something new to the universe, really. Grim Reaper says, Rewind's my favorite show. Love you, Billy and Zolly. Give me that Gibby. Give me that.
Outside view. Bean was dedicated to the relationship. Grim wasn't. He chucked her away seemingly easily by a text, instead of face-to-face after 7 years. Lives 5 minutes away. Knightmare cucked the relationship.
I think Knightmare gave Grim a something to like focus on outside of the relationship. It's easy to stay in a relationship when you got nothing else going, when you don't have anything else to look into. You're just like, oh, this is easy. This is the normal, right? It's hard to break away from the norm, so you stay in something. You stay with something because it's safe. And then Grim had something new, a new safety net. Tess was his new safety net. He had when Grimm broke up with you, he had a partner, like not in a gay way. He had Knightmare, and Knightmare was like right there for him the entire time. He was butting into your relationship the entire time. He was wedging his way in. He said in that clip, "I'm gonna steal your man." You know, it was joking, but he wasn't just talking that way. He was acting that way in a lot of ways. And Grimm had that companion in Knightmare. You know, it was safe for him to kind of walk away. He had a safety net.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. One thing that I've heard from somebody that's been ingrained in my mind is to every joke, there's a little bit of truth, and that's what makes it funny, right? So when it comes to I'm going to steal your guy, yeah, it was kind of true. I always felt like he wanted more dedication from Grimm. Even he has spoken before about how much he puts time and effort into Test. Grimm, why can't you do the same?
That night, that was his main contention. That night when he wanted to do the 24-hour stream, that was his main contention. 100%.
100%. And the thing is that whenever you have a relationship, it's not just saying I love you, right? It's spending time together, especially if you have a love language of some sort. Sometimes it's, touch, it's spending time together, it's gift giving, it's words of affirmation, it's all these things. It's not usually just one thing at all. And the fact that we were not spending so much time together and him doing Test, him doing his regular job, us doing the boxing, the thing that I regret the most is that he didn't even have time to himself. He divided himself amongst all these things, me included, but it didn't really feel like he had time to himself. And the only time that he got to truly be happy and to truly be himself would be Test. So I was never going to take that away from him. Something that really hurt my soul was whenever we had that sort of day, he asked me, if you wanted me to leave the LCU, you could just say it and I would do it 100%. I would never ask of that. I would never ask Grimm for that.
I remember hearing him say that. And when he said that, I took in my breath going, Beans, don't do it. Beans, don't do it. And you didn't do it. You didn't do it. I'll give you that. You didn't do it.
Absolutely not, because that would say more about me than him.
It'd be wild too.
Screenshot?
Because you brought him into it, right? Or you didn't bring him into it, but you were like, you pushed him towards it. You were like, I want him to do this. It was like you weren't going to do it without him, is what you basically said. Lord Rush, welcome to Cash Cow. 2 months deep now. Appreciate you, Lord Rush.
Hell yeah, Lord Rush.
While FTW says, let's compare Howard Stern, a show from the 90s, to a show like Test or Aussie, Sin Rastov, which is more entertaining. Daily Show?
Okay.
The Daily... I watch the Daily Show sometimes still. It's all right, isn't it?
Beans, do you want me to show this? I can if you want. It's up to you.
That was an interesting growl. That doesn't seem that does not seem consensual.
That's too easy. This is your show.
Yeah. Okay, show it now. I don't know what it is.
I thought you were gonna say like a goal of some sort or something.
No.
God damn.
No shit. No, we don't do goals here. We just show content, and then people are like, yeah, fuck yeah, you guys are cool. Here's money. That's we're balls deep. The people fucking pay us for it usually. So this is a DM. I think Bean says, yeah, no, I'm glad I left for Georgia. Knightmare has no reason to be there. Y'all always have to turn everything sexual and gay. You're making me look bad. Grimm said that was Ken. Ken brought up this topic way before Knightmare got here. Bean says, you're the one going to bat for it. You continue and argue so hard for it. There's such things as changing topics. Now, I don't please you enough, Grimm is gay? No wonder he hasn't married her. And now I have people saying Ken is a bigot and I'm leaving Cafe. I hate Ken. Grimm says, baby.
That was all in quotes. People saying
these are
that.
Quotes.
She wasn't saying
yeah,
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Grimm says, baby, people will always say shit. Who cares, love? It's fine. It's the internet. That's that's so cool, guy. Baby, people will always say shit. Who cares, love? Who cares? There you go. Just call her baby. Grim knows women. I'd have dumped you too after saying some corny shit like that.
Baby, it's me and you against the world.
Yeah, for one more week. And then I'm out.
You got more.
Oh, there's
two more.
more? Sorry. I thought he broke up with her after that corny shit. Sorry.
Nope, you got more.
This
You
is
got
me
two
being
more.
this is me being immediately reactional to that comment. You do this every day though. On test, your whole online personality is just flirting with everyone and being gay. Love, even if that is the point, who cares? She does. That's why she's coming to you. Beans, because it's not that you look because it's not you that looks bad. If I start talking about girls all the time and people say you don't satisfy me, and again, Knightmare, always there. Grim, well, yeah, you said I don't satisfy you. Of course people should think that way, but people will think whatever, love, whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? She's saying she cares. Bean says, I never said that. The point is that people will use this to say shit like that. Whatever, have fun. You're going to keep doing it anyways. You don't care about how I feel. You won't defend me. Same song and dance. Grim says, love, I won't defend this because there's nothing to defend. God damn it. He is saying he doesn't care. No. There's nothing to defend. Who cares? It doesn't matter. That's literally him just saying, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Love, but it's saying love and baby first. That's literally saying baby, love, woman, thing I fuck, object, tits. Who cares? Who cares about you? Who cares about you? No, your feelings and opinions don't matter. It's us against the world, and by us, I mean, leave me alone.
I love seeing Bean sprout now that she's out from under the shadow Grim casted.
I'm sorry. Who cares?
You got another one.
Literally, Beans cares. It's just funny to me as someone who, like, you know, reads into people I talk to. Grim says, just like how I don't stop you from drinking and dancing as you did on Milkers, I think it's fair to give me the same level of respect. Nope, it's called you care too much about your image and you're letting people's comments affect everything, including how I interact with people. If Kim wanted to have this convo, I won't stop him. We're just talking and having fun. Bean says, I care about our relationship and it seems like you have been disrespecting it consistently. Grim says, if you think this is disrespectful, then you need to reevaluate how much you're limiting my ability to be me is. This doesn't affect you whatsoever. You're not on the show right now. Just because people will mention you doesn't mean it matters. Let people think what they want. Doesn't matter what I do or say. People will think what they want.
There you go.
He's 100% right if he doesn't care about your feelings.
Grim in a nightmare, slicing through the cold air. Mask on, no fear, shadows whisper, don't dare. Grim on a dit, keto, no beans, not lean, stay clean. Dark soul dream, Billy reigns unseen, a meme machine.
A meme machine. Yeah, like if he doesn't care how you feel, then 100% that's how you. Who cares? Who cares? Don't worry about it. Look. I don't tell you how to drink on Milkers. I didn't care. I didn't care then. I didn't care until now that you care about something. I'll only bring up that I didn't like that now. Back when you did it, I didn't say a thing. But now that you care, I'll say, look, I could have cared then, but I didn't. Now I care. I'm glad you guys are moving on. Obviously, you were struggling to find a little more that wasn't there. And you guys were together for a long time, and we loved meeting you in the LCU together. And we love that we get to spend time with both of you here in the future, but it, like you were on Cafe and he was on Test for a while. We didn't need to see you on the same show. We don't need to see you on the same show. Like your paths were starting to drift anyways.
Exactly. And I think this is like the best way for things to go because now he has more time to do Test. I have more time to put more energy into dolls, and we have been changing a lot as people. And I feel like this is going to be a renaissance of the LCU just in general of who we are and our personalities. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is freeing. I think one of the great things about this being the big story is that now people don't have to wonder and talk and bullshit about everything. It's out there.
Yeah. It's done. It's over with. And now you both can thrive. He can thrive on Test. They're doing great. The amount of gifted memberships is crazy over there. And you know what? Dolls is doing good too. Y'all are actually starting to get your audience that people love that show. It's a girls show and people love it. What's up, Boogie?
I just heard her say we had been drifting apart for a while. You grabbed my girl's bouquet out of her fucking hands at that wedding as a last-ditch attempt to try to save your relationship. That man ran out of that room like it was on fucking fire when you caught that thing. And you knew it. You knew it. You took my girl's moment for what? To try to save a dying relationship? Imagine dating a gay guy for 7 years and not getting it. Imagine that. Imagine that. I cannot believe you. Genuinely
Boogie,
cannot believe you.
how long did you date a gay guy?
No. You knew we were getting engaged. You knew we were going to get engaged in the LCU. You knew we were going to be married within a year. And you also knew you were never going to marry that man. You knew
So why
it.
do you need flowers if you're already going to get engaged? I was trying to do the
Because
conversion
that was her
therapy for
fucking
7
moment.
years and it
Her
didn't
first
work.
moment in the LCU, her first moment in the LCU to start off her fucking marriage arc right, and you took it from her. And don't forget, the stage you fucking perform on, me and Keem and Jordy built it, bitch.
Boogie.
Don't you ever forget it.
Boogie, we got a
I'm
message
sorry
from
you
Keem
went through a
coming in.
hard
Back to
time.
test
Wait,
my
wait.
gangster and
Got a
try to
message from
suck all
Keem.
the oxygen out of the LCU. But instead, a story comes out that involves every single channel other than Queens and Milkers, and it's the biggest story. Fire emoji.
Good job, Keem. Good job.
Good job. Boogie.
I'm sorry you're going through a tough time. I'm sorry. I'm
Bye-bye,
rooting
Boogie.
for you. Fuck Grim. Genuinely dislike Grim. But there can be two villains in a story. And in this one, there is.
That's okay. She's still a bad bitch.
Boogie, what if she needed that bouquet to see on Grimm's face if there was anything in his heart?
She already knew.
What if she needed that as a last ditch effort to see if there was anything? What if she thought if she caught it and he came up and hugged her and gave her a kiss and she knew there was maybe a chance? And
She knew that wasn't going to happen.
She
was dating a gay man. She should have fucking known.
She
On some
ran-
level, she fucking knew.
She ran for that thing because she needed to see for herself one last time if he really would have came up and hugged her and gave her a kiss like any man would do at a wedding, right? 7
Let me ask
years.
you,
Give her a
straight
kiss.
up,
That's all he had to do.
Straight up, let me ask you a genuine question, okay? And answer as truthfully as you can. No LCU business, no nothing.
Yeah.
At that wedding, did you genuinely believe you were going to marry Grim? Genuinely believe that one day? Did you genuinely believe it?
Absolutely. I genuinely believe that Grim and I were going to get married.
You were
We had-
dating a gay guy! You're one of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet! You thought you were going to marry a gay guy!
I disavow.
Now,
And he's going to marry a dentist. What's the difference?
God.
I think
I'm just saying, Pride Month is coming up.
Will
we have the dentist arc all over again?
I think as much as Boogie and Desi like would have had the picture perfect moment at that wedding, like that wedding also was it was a shit show. Like it was an LCU wedding. Sorry, Glammy. It wasn't the most beautiful wedding of all time. It was
She loved it. That's all that matters.
It was very fucking
Exactly.
sweet And I think we got the bouquet catch for what type of wedding it was. I would say Boogie and Desi deserved a better bouquet. No slight. I think that particular story was the perfect LCU story for Fat Camp. When Beans ran, that was a metaphor for how much work Beans puts into her relationship. And it was a fucking proof of how much Grim puts into it.
Hello, Keem.
Biggest story in the LCU.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Keem,
I'm just saying, like, Cafe, I mean, they're invested. I mean, Beans used to be on Cafe.
Yeah.
Can drop some tea. You know what I'm saying? We have Dolls. I mean, shit. Beans is on Dolls. We first heard about the story on Dolls. Nerds came with the receipts big, all right?
So proud of Zay on that.
Keem,
Don't care about Milkers. Becky's on that one.
Who was
Local Live?
Who was
Local Live was gassing it up, right? Queens, don't care about that one. Becky's on that one, right? Rewind. Rewind's been covering it. Yesterday was a record day for Rewind. Today is going to be a record day for Rewind. Test had to address it last night. Oh my God. Don't get me started on Tech Talk. That motherfucker is risen.
Oh no,
as
we
the
got
single
it.
girl.
We got it.
The single girl. How is every show involved
But
in
here's
this?
the thing, Keem.
Because this is the biggest story in
Here's
the LCU.
Here's the thing, Keem. Okay, Grim was supposed to drop tea last night. It was in their title. He didn't drop any tea. He wouldn't even say your name, Keem. He wouldn't even say your name. What tea did he drop?
That's the tea that he didn't drop. No tea.
He dropped the tea in Zesty. Oh, gay joke. Who was the first responder after Dolls went off air when Beans dropped the first bomb on the LCU that morning? I was right there to talk to Beans, the person. And Beans, I was there for you, not for Rewind, not for anything. But I promise you, the second that shit came out here into the universe, I was ready. I was waiting. But I was waiting for it to come out in the universe. Rewind ain't about fucking starting shit. We're about covering shit.
Yeah.
We rewind. So
Billy,
you guys waited.
I'm not sure if you watch Nerds, but someone came out a while ago. Just no one was getting the clues.
Can we get a gay joke
Sure
counter?
wish I can shoot my shot. Beans is romantic face emoji.
Here's the thing, though,
Wait,
Grim.
no Goonie.
Grim, you
Honestly,
need that
though,
Rewind interview.
Beans will only be single for as long as she wants to.
Yeah,
It's all gonna be fine.
It's all gonna
Sorry,
be
there
fine,
was a
briefcase.
TTS.
It's people who think Beans is fine. There's Beans. Can I ask that question right now? Is there a long list of people trying to get at you? Are you okay saying there is or isn't?
There is. She's lying.
Oh yeah, we're gonna show it. We're gonna show it. Oh,
there
yeah.
is.
Wait, show what? Show a list? There is no list. There is no list.
There's no list, just one.
Okay, there's people in the DMs in Discord. There was somebody contacting me through Reddit. I forgot I had an Instagram page. Now people are contacting me through that. Everybody's pressuring me to do a dating stream, but this weekend is supposed to be a dating stream for Miss Pupstar. Okay, I want her to have her moment. I think it's too soon, but maybe eventually. I don't know.
There's a lot of Jack with their beanstalks trying to plant beans. That's happening everywhere.
Oh.
I agree. We should. Grim should. You know what? Maybe tomorrow night or maybe later. Grim should come up here. I agree.
But you know what, Beans? You can do the Pupstar dating show whenever, right? What's the trend right now? Who should do the dating show? We got to think with our content brain. Who's the hot topic?
You.
Beans is like, damn it.
This happened a couple days ago.
Beans is like, I'm not a short-term dater. I don't have 7 more years in me right now.
Wait. No. Xylee Star, who was the one that hopped into the Dolls VC just to call me a slut?
Yeah,
Whoa.
because I heard. Oh, I have that message you sent to CD-ROM too, girl. I got it. Don't worry, I got it, girl.
Whoop, whoop.
I got it.
While
Do I have to be
FTW
here
says,
whenever you do that?
Yes, yes, you do actually.
Weil wants to know if $10 is enough for Beans to recognize him. He thinks he loves her. He really likes her. I don't know if $10 is enough.
I don't think $10 going to do it because she's stepping up in the world, all right? Motherfucker buying $500 worth of fucking magic cards and not a goddamn ring. She's stepping up in the world, okay?
Oh,
Thank you.
Xylee, you're switching up. What?
I love Grim. I had to
Beans,
throw it
listen,
out there.
The next time Boogie comes at you, calling you a dumb bitch for being with a gay guy, what about Desi? Boogie is bisexual. He's been with men. Admittedly, he has crushes on McJuggernuggets and other people, bro.
Mike,
Dude, he kissed people at fat camp, bro.
but
I'm just saying, dude.
Boogie's not really
The other
gay.
thing-
He's just fat and lazy and can't say no.
That's true. But the other thing that people fail to mention is right after I
Please
caught
don't
that
play the
bouquet,
clip of Beans
I
raising up
felt
CD.
so
I had to run home
bad.
to change pants. I can't go through that again.
Okay, Gaga.
yes, we are.
That's nasty. No more pants blizzards. Sorry. Go ahead, Beans.
I felt so bad that I took the flowers and I went up to Desi and I said, hey, I did this for content. I know that you're going to be the one that's going to get married before I do. Here are the flowers. So even then, I felt really bad. I gave her flowers because she's the one that truly deserved it. And I'm going to die alone and never have children.
Okay, that's not true. You're very young. And also, there are men out there who are actually looking to be married and have children. They're not here in the LCU. Don't marry anybody you meet here. Bang
Hell
a
no.
couple.
You're never going to have children, according to Zeta and her docket. One of your kids just ran away.
Mhm.
I'm out.
What does that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
He's
I don't know.
Okay, that's just Keemstar and shit. Let's not.
No.
So,
Oh.
Zay.
I was
Oh, what?
raising Grim.
oh. Good
Okay.
good joke, actually.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't-
actually pretty good.
I don't know why we didn't
right.
get that. We're fucking dumb.
So, let's hear this voice note from CD-ROM to Beans.
Hey, good morning, Beans. I could use some coffee in my life today, if you know what I'm saying. I hear you're recently single. That makes me really sad, but I can be the one to make you really happy. I hear you straightened your hair recently, and that's cool and all, but I'll tell you, a night with me will make your hair go way back to those nice curls you used to have. I want to be the sunshine that kisses your skin. Slay, girl, you got this all going on. Rock that new doll show, baby.
So-
know that's right.
So
And then he
Beans is a
wrote-
spitter. CD-ROM's already made her squirt. There you go.
And this is right here, Billy, is what CD-ROM wrote in the chat.
He said, Dear Beanie Baby, I truly wish that I could be there with you in your sparkling cans. My eyes are set on your gracious gravy. I am like your hot dog missing its liquidious sprout. You are the most wonderful kind of beans. You could be any kind of sprout. Given the opportunity, I could fulfill your every hope, dream, and desire and make some great coffee to boot. My home has enough room in its halls for both of our love, so let's make some latte magic, or I could mold a new doll out of your inherent beauty alone. You've been on my mind all day. All my love, CD-ROM 1019.
Ugh. And then this is what Beans had to say afterwards. Yes, Beans, you are watching this.
You want
Are you ready?
you want to take another swig so you can do another spit take for yourself? Are you?
No. Where's my bag? I can't find it.
Are you gonna barf?
Probably.
Okay, here we go.
I will
One
become a
second.
crown for a date with Beans.
Okay, briefcases. I'll become a crown for a date with Beans. One, you have to become
Do
a
it.
double crown. One on Rewind and one on Dolls. That's the deal.
We're the matchmakers, therefore we get it. Okay, just saying.
But yeah, we'll sell Beans off for a double crown. And Billy Hill says
Absolutely.
CD-ROM sounds like Boogie's creepy uncle. Oh, and you notice how CD-ROM's tag is CD-ROM 1019 and Boogie's 2988? Do they come from the same fucking web form or something? What is
Maybe.
that? What is that?
I don't know. I have no clue. All right, are you ready for me to push play?
Yeah, let's see this wicked business.
Okay. Well. Beep boop. You got my circuits overheating. CD, huh? You sure it stands for a compact disc, or are you just trying to compress all that hot data into one fine package? Because every time you boot up that silky voice of yours, my heart skips a beat. Don't get me started on those smooth updates.
Oh.
Boy, if I had $1 for every time you made my RAM spike, I'd finally upgrade to a love life that runs on your OS. So what do you say, Big Tech? You want to plug something a little more interactive?
Oh, God!
Or are you just going to leave this spicy software on red?
You slut! You slut! I am surrounded by sluts!
And forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Please, Mama Siley, no.
You know for a fact.
Slut!
You know for a fact he's done something to that clip. You know it. Too Vicarious says this was so hot, LOL. True. And then Nutter Butter. Red Legion.
Mi amor, your smile is the sun, warming every part of me, even on my darkest days.
Aw, that's so beautiful, Red Legion. So beautiful.
You slut. I'm so proud of you. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a slut phase. I went through a slut phase. It's okay, baby girl.
At
I had a
25?
good time there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
The other day it was KM and him being overly
time to
sensitive
do it.
about a direct joke and my don't know humor. Now an LGBTQ person infiltrates a straight woman's life for 7 years and breaks up with her via text. I can't condone these actions, smiley face emoji.
I can't condone these actions. Grimm's not LGBTQ. Like this is a vicious rumor that's being driven, right? Or you, Beans is like, I can no longer speak on this.
Beans, do you think he really is interested in Knightmare like that?
It ain't her job, I guess. She's no longer with the guy. She can't speak for him. I'll say, as Rewind, I have not found definitive proof that Grimm is LGBTQ. He does do a gay dance train on test with Knightmare where they do gay dancing to rainbow emojis. And it's very fun. They did one on Rewind with us not too long ago. I like it. While FTW says, is this enough for Beans to recognize me? Oh, that was While FTW says, conversion therapy for 7 years? That's a problem. Maybe he likes the...
Oh Lord, I got the vapors. Help me. Hashtag RWO.
Oh Lord, I got the vapors. Keemstar's here.
The vapors.
Biggest story in the LCU. Biggest.
I hate him so much.
Dude,
I swear to God.
Becky and Roxy are just sitting there right now like, we need to break up. Let's date each other for 7 years. We could be the next gay couple in the LCU.
True.
Becky's like, okay, Roxy, stand still. I'm going to go down on you.
Okay, I just would like to point out, when I asked that question of Beans, all she did was slink back to her chair and go.
Look.
That's not my place to say. I'm not with the dude anymore.
Exactly. We saw the DMs. We saw Beans try to say, let's cut the gay content. Who cares? We got receipts.
The clip Yesterday, when he was on the show, he said, if we're together, who cares?
I mean, honestly, true. To be honest, I wouldn't care. To be honest,
But
really
talking about that clip that was from ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Now tomorrow, the plan is that we're going to have CD-ROM on at some point, and the viewers have to activate TTS with whatever they would like me to say to CD-ROM.
Beans, but here's the thing. Something else might have written that, but goddamn, you sure did say it convincingly. I mean, were like into it.
She's a professional.
I see.
Beans.
A professional in what?
I know
Being
you
a
have I know you have a history of reading.
Ma'am, I was a dedicated slut for 7 years, okay?
Dedicated to what?
Not dedicated to the game. It was one dude.
Yeah, that's not slutting. One guy doth not make a slut. That's the opposite.
Nah.
A slut
Listen,
is.
you're 25. You are 25 years old, honey. You listen. Now's the time. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with having a slut phase. Everybody has a slut phase. Just don't go too crazy with it. Okay. You can have fun.
The definition of a slut is when you're too sore to realize what hole he's in.
I'm so glad that cut out just a little bit. It's not really that bad.
Oh, it didn't cut out for them. They fucking heard it. Okay. It only cuts out for Discord. It doesn't cut out for them. They heard everything.
I mean,
by the way, Lord Rush wants to be added to that list. You can be his fifth wife, his fifth Discord wife. I'm compiling a list for you, Beans.
Lord Rush is getting a very special rewind, one of a kind, a shirt made up. It's the Lord Rush I'm surrounded by sluts t-shirt, and then in parentheses, they're my Discord wives.
Yes. And guess who's number 4? I'm number 4. Oh my God.
Nasty.
Yes.
Birdman says, so when Knightmare got upset about Dioc, it wasn't about language, it was about his favorite part of Grimm. Grimm is not Welsh.
True.
Bruggs, welcome to Cash Cow. 4-1 Deep says, Beans clearly has a type. Nerdy, funny, wears glasses, reminds me of a certain Tech Talk host, and I don't mean Glammy. Dude, I'll tell you this, Beans. I think, personally, that CD-ROM is a very good man. That's all I'm gonna. That's just my opinion of him. Not trying to sell him on anybody. I think he's a very good man. The only problem is he's saving himself for marriage, and I don't think you're the married. You don't want to get married, right? It doesn't interest you, right? He wants to get married and have kids and start a family. What?
Too soon.
What? You don't want that, do you? He's a very well-built, smart, nice, caring man. You don't want I'm a fucking asshole.
I like men with a hairline.
Trust me, that disappears. The second you commit to one, it's going to go bye-bye. I promise you. That's karma. For what you just
Especially
said,
a crazy
no matter
bitch
who
like
you get, it's gone. It's gone. While FW says, Billy, preach. Also, Beans, now you can wait until marriage. Go for it now, girl. Fans be damned. Billy Hill, thank you again. So CD-ROM sounds like Boogie's creepy uncle. I just want to catch up with whatever I might have missed. Mauricio Alvarez Leon says, I used to have no confrontation mindset like Grimm. The problem is that's not how life works. Hope he learns from it. For me, it was maturity. I mean, you can have a no confrontation mindset, right? You don't level up by not having confrontation. Confrontation builds character.
Yes.
It builds character. When you put yourself in a no confrontation mode, life passes you by and you don't grow. That's something I learned. I chased confrontation. Sometimes I took a big fucking L, but sometimes it made me learn and made me better.
Well, but taking L's makes you learn.
Yeah.
That's what makes you learn is taking the L's. You can't win everything.
Glowshine says, can you show me that visual of Roxy again, Billy, for research purposes? Of course. Okay, so Becky and Roxy obviously are jealous of the Beans Grimm saga being the biggest story in the LCU. So now they're going to date each other so they could have a breakup, but they're going to have a sex tape. And it's going to be Becky diving into Roxy like this.
Oh!
What?
Stop!
He asked, he paid $5. He wanted
Okay,
it.
I get that, but
He wanted it. He wanted it. Poke
the
Gaga
fact
says
that you could even think of that. Ew.
he asked for it. Poke Gaga says Boogie told me to put a hole in my wall. If Boogie told you to put a hole in your head, would you do it? Please, a bigger dono than $2 when you answer. Kidding. Tool Vicarious says nobody cares, Boogie. Damn it. Glow Shine says nobody puts baby in the corner. LOL. Damn it. Megan C says money. Money. LOL. Chris says yeah. You guys are cool. Here's some money. It's the best way to get money. Tool Vicarious says, Beans, you're amazing. You deserve the best. Seth Look says, here's money. You guys are cool. Poke Gaga says, here's money. We're fucking psycho. Glow Shine says, YMCA, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. And then a little worker hat. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. And Kaidik came through with a gifted membership. Thank you, Kaidik. So now that we've did a little housekeeping and we got that cleaned up, Beans, you've been a long-time friend of the show. You're in the hot seat. Dolls is popping off. You've bounced around. You were on MILKERs for a while. You were on Cafe. You were on Test. You were on Court. Are you feeling like the LCU is still feeling like home to you? With everything going on, do you feel like you're home? Because I feel like we're friends. Mm-hmm. We don't talk like every day, but I feel like when I talk to you, I feel like you're my friend, and I want you to feel like you're home with us.
I feel like the LCU is kind of like a home in a sense that if I didn't have the LCU, if I didn't have the people that I met from the LCU, I would have been a broken person. And I have been dedicating myself not only to my real life job, to the LCU, but I have been dedicating myself more to those friendships that I have built along the way. Whenever I first had that release of emotion, talking about our breakup, the first person that was right there beside me was you. And I knew that I will have a very real conversation with you, but you would make me laugh along the way. Even though I was bawling my eyes out, you would always have like the perfect joke in between to make me smile and to forget for just a brief moment the hurt that I was feeling. So no matter what, I feel like the LCU will have a very special place in my heart. There was a day where again, it was heavy on my mind. I was crying during the stream, and I felt like I had to leave the LCU. I felt like I didn't belong here. I felt like Grim is doing so well, much better than I am. And there's people knocking on my door.
Is that Grim? Is he pissed?
Oh shit!
I hope not. It's 5 minutes away.
He's fucking you up. It's done. Don't let him in, Beans. Don't let him in. Grim's here. Motherfucker, Grim is live on Rewind. He's coming to powerbomb Beans through the bed. You shouldn't have showed those DMs. Sorry. You want to take that?
Yeah, they're not going to stop until.
All right, well, Beans goes to get that, which I hope is not an angry Grim.
God, I hope not either. Holy shit.
That would be not good.
That would be awkward. Just saying.
I hope it's just food. We can see in the mirror that she's not being thrown through a wall, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's food.
It's
was
just food. Okay, good.
God. Jesus.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So now that you're back, yeah, and I was worried that you felt like you had no place here, and that's why I wanted to jump up there, because I knew Grim had a place here. I knew that things were kind of shaky. Dolls was brand new to you, and it would have been easy for you to walk away. I knew Tess was doing really well. I knew he had Knightmare, and I saw Knightmare jump in there and have Grim's back immediately. That's why I wanted to jump in there and show that you have people here who have your back. I knew Brantley had your back. I didn't know how well at the time Pigtails was there with you. I didn't think she knew you very well. And had we known she was on her way out, I just wanted to be on the spot to let you know that I know I wasn't the only one, but you got people here who care about you. I wanted to let you know that so you wouldn't feel like you weren't welcome here, you know? And I'm glad that you felt like you were, because you are LCU. You are a part of this very much.
100%.
That when Keem invited you on Cafe.
Aside from gooning over
One
beans,
second.
I was in a 9-year relationship and I had ended a cause I purposed twice and was denied. These things ending sucks, but you'll do nothing but grow from it.
It's all about growth, right? Even right now when we're throwing barbs at Test and Grim and when me and Knightmare got into it and everything, this is all about growth. I'm going to grow from me and Knightmare's thing. Knightmare's going to grow from me and Knightmare's thing. Grim's going to grow from this. Bean's going to grow from this. If you don't, you're the loser, right? We all win from these situations unless we don't grow. And we choose not to grow, basically. But yeah, I just want to make sure you knew that so you didn't back away and leave us without the opportunity to let you know that we appreciate you here, because you've been killing it since day one, honestly.
Killing it's a very strong way to put it.
Here's the thing. You had no problem finding a place here. Your place might not have been at the top. You didn't work out on Milkers, but Milkers was a fucking there was no solid ground there, right? And there was no problem on Cafe. You got pulled off Cafe because Milkers needed help, and they thought maybe you could do it. You were comfortable on Cafe. You got ripped away from it. You kind of got mega fucked a lot this month. And now that you're on Dolls, you're in a really cool place for a freshly single woman, to be honest. This is a fun place to be for someone who's eating shit all month.
For real. So I had a lot of transformations in a very short period of time. I had a family emergency. I had a breakup. I've been switched around in so many shows. I had to straighten my hair, which was big for me because it's not easy. Brantley is there. Pupstar is there. They're both very strong, independent women who know who they are. And they told me that they see something in me that was just tucked away for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't know Pupstar very well, I have grown so close to her in such a short amount of time. And I place my trust in her that we can grow together, not only the show, but she can help me grow as a person. They have been getting me out of my comfort zone at an exponential amount. So much so that if we have to do the dating show on Saturday and I have to be the person to do it, I would feel comfortable because Pupstar is there along my side, you know? She's my ride or die at this point.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to see the two of you fight over a man on a dating show. If you're both single.
That would be funny as fuck, actually.
Pump him or dump him. Not actually pump him, but you know, if you like,
Silently save me.
What do you mean save you?
You're good.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you both like the guy, then you got to fight for him next episode. Keemstar's here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is just so heartwarming, guys. Like I felt like I needed to like say something too, because like Beans, I know me and you got into it like once or twice, you know, in certain things, and you're right, you've been bumped over from like show to show, but the truth of the matter is, Beans, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. I'm always going to have the back of the biggest story in the LCU. The biggest story in the LCU. I'm a backup 100%, Beans, always.
This is the biggest story in the LCU, and I saw it from the beginning. That's why I jumped in there. Not because I care about you, Beans, because I wanted the scoop, and I was waiting for it to unfold. It wasn't ready right off the bat. If I would have came out right off the bat, I would have looked like a vulture. And I was like, no, this is going to percolate. This is going to be steamy in about 4 to 5 days. Then I'm going to have you on Rewind and open you up in front of everyone. And Keem will think it's his idea. But it was mine.
Yeah, he don't know.
Nah, dude. It's fun. I love this job when it's fun. And when it's not fun, I love this job. I love being in front of an audience talking shit. Even when I'm sitting here and I'm getting fucking shit on by a friend of mine who's mad at me. That's fun to me. I like fighting with friends. I'm literally raised by a narcissist. I used to fight with my own I used to make my dad cry. You ever make your dad cry? That shit.
I don't have a dad.
Okay, there you go. This explains a lot.
You two are so horrible with each other. I swear to God. Jesus Christ.
So I don't mind fighting with people. I feel like if we go at it, I can fucking break you down, and when you're ready, I will build you back up, you know? I will say the most heinous shit to you, and when you're ready to accept the fact that I'm not a bad guy, and even if you did something bad to me, I know you're not a bad person, because guess what? Bad people are rare. Truly bad fucking people are rare. We can grow from that. So I fuck with people all the time. I don't care. I'll go toe to toe with somebody. I'll get down and dirty with somebody. Even on the worst days when it's greasy and gross and it sucks because you're getting your hands dirty, getting your words dirty. I love it. All right here, right now, when we're fucking breaking open beans and getting to the bottom of this and we're all having fun time. I love it. I love it. Ziley, how you feeling?
We're feeling great. We do have more Knightmare news, though.
What do we got?
Okay, hold on. Let me get to it. 53. Okay, here's good. Okay, so Keem showed up on Milkers, and the subject of the jacket came up again.
Oh, shit.
The second biggest story. Shit, this might be the main story. This ties into the main story because you know what they're saying, right? They're saying that Knightmare, okay, has stole Grimm away from Beans.
Oh no!
But maybe there's a pattern. Maybe he steals hoodies.
He's the LCT, local thief.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Keyway, don't leave yet. Before you don't, can you try to find a tattoo artist that
Okay, shut up.
LCT, local thief. She really thought she was cooking when she said LCT. LCT, local thief. Guys.
At least make something interesting like kleptomare or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very weird when everybody was like, Knightmare, don't take the hoodie back to the UK. It's way easier for us to ship it to Becky here in the US. He was like, no, I'll ship it back to her. And then he takes it back and he's like using it for content and selling it and everything. I thought that was weird. Like, dude, obviously.
Okay, so after that, I ran to Knightmare and I said, listen, yeah, I'm mad at you, but do you have the receipt of sending that jacket? So he's looking for the receipt. So Keem, he goes and he catches Knightmare because as soon as they went offline, Knightmare ran into the live on air, right? So
it ain't my internet, motherfucker. I'm streaming right now.
He's having Discord problems like he always does.
It ain't my internet. Every other website works perfectly clear cookies. What cookies?
Okay,
I figured this out.
This is the wrong one. Hold on. God damn it. I picked the wrong live stream.
Oh, fuck. Shit. We'll get the right live stream.
Yeah, that was the old clip I was supposed to get where Keem talked about the character he was playing, which I'll still get that one.
It's okay, Xylee. I also picked the wrong one.
Oh, look at Beans. Look at Beans with the funny little jokes.
Oh, girl, I see you.
Look at Beans picking the wrong character. Beans, sometimes do you make jokes? Do you laugh so you don't cry?
Yes.
Yes. Humor is sometimes our firewall to our emotions.
All right, here we go. So then Knightmare ran up into the live on air that Milkers was on as soon as they went off air. All right. And I guess it's to talk to Becky and say, hey, listen, I did send it. Me and Billy have been said it's probably caught up in customs because Billy has been waiting on a package from Mafsy for like over a month now. That still says it's in customs.
I think longer than a month.
So,
it's been hell long.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? How we doing?
Are we on air now?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, fuck. Great.
How are we doing?
Don't look at me. I'm not the one who's in trouble over here, Knightmare.
I'm going to this. I can't find my fucking receipt. I'm going to the store. I'm going to get an update. They have all my details, and I will figure out where the fuck it is, and then I will send over the tracking.
Were you guys even talking about the hoodie?
We did.
Yes.
That's why he came in here. But then he was helping me try to fix my mic so it doesn't get cut off.
Or was Knightmare cheating on Grim?
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
What the fuck? What does that even mean?
Well, Roxy knows he.
Notice he didn't say I'm not with Grim. He just says, what does that mean?
So is he saying they're in an open relationship? He can't cheat?
Maybe.
He
Bitch
was like,
that she is tried to come back in here to listen to us, and Knightmare did seem slightly annoyed by that. Knightmare.
What?
Maybe he wants both of us, depending on his
Knightmare,
inclination.
were you annoyed that I joined the call?
There's no fucking way. No, I was not keen. No, it's good to see you, man.
Well,
Good to see you.
Grim.
I love your beard.
Grim. Grim.
Did you join the call to keep another man away from me? Because you tend to do that a lot.
No.
What the?
No, I didn't. But
Becky
look,
always
Becky,
turning it back on Keem.
You know,
do you want me,
maybe
Keem?
he stole the hoodie. Maybe. Or maybe he mailed it. We don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. But why did he steal the hoodie?
Oh.
At night, so he could smell my scent. Knightmare.
Oh.
Why else would you want to take it all the way back to the UK? Why? Actually, I would love to know too. Why?
To make a skit of it. That's disgusting. What the fuck?
Knightmare.
You're a fucking panty sniffer, dude.
Are you sure it wasn't a little sniffing jerk?
Do I look like Rostov?
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll
Is
get.
that what you do in your spare time, Keem?
No.
Little sniffing jerk?
No.
Yeah.
I talk about mermaids and donuts.
Hey,
True.
Becky's like, he talks about mermaids and donuts. Always the narwhal, never the mermaid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Becky, before you get mad, I could have said manatee. Narwhal was sweet.
Narwhals are cute.
Yeah.
At least narwhals can get horny.
True.
Clever. Beans with the little quips. So here's the thing. You see how Knightmare tried to throw Rastov under the bus? Yeah, I'm not Rastov. This is why I don't feel that bad about us razzing Grim and Knightmare. We used to razz fucking Rastov and Becky.
Still do.
Yeah, and Knightmare razz Rastov right there. To be like, it's not fair for you to razz Grim and Knightmare. This is what we fucking do here. All of a sudden, you guys are like, oh, I feel bad for these guys. When did we all of a sudden start to get in our feelings in the LCU? Whoever decided to bring feelings into the LCU is a fucking psycho. We've always been shit talkers. We've always been the bad guys. That's what we do here. We all do it.
Speaking of bad guys, I want to show this real quick. Poke Gaga, you got somebody else mad at us. Congratulations.
2 for 2.
Congratulations.
We got
2
a
for 2,
shooter
Poke
on the
Gaga.
team, dude. Poke.
He does. He's a motherfucking shooter.
Poke pokes the bear.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Clips, right? They show a clip of you and the ice cream thing. It's like the worst clip ever. They do the whole lead up. We don't need to see the whole lead up. We just need to see you grab the ice cream. And then when it gets to the good part, they all close their eyes and don't even watch it while Billy goes like and like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and Xylee's sitting there looking like she hates her fucking life. Xylee, why don't you try hating your job a little less? Is it that difficult for you to sit there and do nothing? Is it really that hard for you?
Oh, okay, nobody cares about what she says there.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
The whole bit where I closed my eyes was a hilarious callback to the cafe where it sounded like they were making porn, and our girl Roxy was talking about how drippy she was. That shit was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Did she flip out? Did Roxy flip out?
No, they went on to talk about bitch about me.
Gaff Garian, thank you for the grifted. Much appreciation, Gaff.
Thank you,
Congratulations, Gaff, on that dope-ass intro for nerds. That shit was fucking saucy. Can you play that?
Yeah,
Let's show that nerds intro one more time, because that was fucking crispy. And
before you play that,
yeah,
I just want to say I think I've overstayed my welcome here.
Are you in trouble?
I do appreciate.
Are you getting threatening messages?
One in the air if you need help. Dead end. Thank you, Beans, for calling in and giving us a whole bunch of fucking dirt to shovel. That was Beans. Check her out on Lolcow Dolls. She is a fantastic member of the Lolcow universe. Happy to have her. Check out this intro now for nerds.
Oh my God.
Is it muted?
Nope.
No. Okay. Lolcow universe.
This was good.
Yeah. AI is so impressive. Oh, Lolcow Live Boogie Kong is so dope. Dig Dolls, Cafe Tapper, Tech Talk Field, Milkroids, Testress, Punch Aussie, Rewinder, baby. That's dope.
Hell yeah.
Queensbert, Lolcow Nerd. The arcade is open, bitches.
Are you hearing the words of this song?
I was ignoring them. But the intro's dope.
That intro was good.
Intro's dope. Telly,
yes.
Welcome to Bam World.
That was awesome.
Gaff
That was
Garian
really,
made that.
really good.
I wanted to shout that out because it's really dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Buff says, get yourself a gaff, but you can't have ours. I gotta say, AI is amazing. Very good work.
Yep.
Goofette says, why was it a big day on Nerds? They were in prime time.
Mm-hmm.
They went head to head with Queens, and they brought a big campaign of receipts out to show what they said was just an expose on Grimm and Grimm and Knightmare and how they kind of went against the relationship of Grimm and Beans. They really had a whole lot going on there. It was juicy. There was a lot of clips, painted a very detailed picture of how Grimm and Beans were struggling here in the LCU. Dixon says, can't hear it with Billy narrating. You can go watch Lolcow Nerds to hear it clear. I did not need you guys to hear that intro. I needed you to see that video. You can see it on Nerds. It was clean. Good stuff. Xylem.
So you were part of gaslighting Boogie.
What do you mean?
When Boogie called you?
Was I?
Yes.
I was actually getting Starbucks. I was trying to fucking order my tea, which is now gone. This was the tea I was ordering while I was on the phone with Boogie. I had to mute him at one point during that. You have a clip?
They were gaslighting. Yes.
I gotta see this. I don't know how it came out. I don't know what point I was muted.
Yeah. I'll do a goddamn poll. I'm going to do a goddamn poll. I'm going to do a goddamn poll.
Are you sure you didn't take mushrooms again, dude?
I'm positive, motherfucker. I might have had a fucking stroke, but I ain't taking no goddamn drugs.
Boogie, remember when you called Billy and you said you were losing your mind?
Yes.
And you crashed out?
Yes.
Maybe in your manic state, you imagined that Keemstar made you put a hole in your wall. I didn't. I told you not to do it.
Remember, we told you to put your phone in the other room.
Dude,
no, we told you to put your phone in the other room and go sleep, and you didn't.
No, motherfucker.
Can we appreciate Rastov's makeup? It's really cute. Just saying. And his hair and pigtails.
He looks like
Just
a Transylvanian transvestite from Transmission.
Transylvania.
That gave me complete derealization. This is real, right? Like,
yes,
this is real, right?
We're real right now, but I told you not to do it.
The hole's
what about
real?
Yesterday? What about it yesterday? There was a hole in the wall already.
Months ago, I suggested a hole in the wall. You said you can't do it, and you're never going to do it. Months ago. That was months ago.
You agreed.
$20.
You agreed.
Boogie, we did the Hot Ones challenge on Cafe in your time slot. You came on our stream twice and told Bad Girl she was doing a great job.
Yeah, remember?
No, that was
never
after.
said
That was
girl.
after.
You're losing
No.
it. Caveman super chatted $19.99. Boogie, check out Drama Alert. It says you went manic and made a hole in your house despite being told not to.
That's true.
Then you pretended you were back inside your...
Yeah.
He put that hole in his house. He wasn't supposed to do that.
He wasn't. At one point, Rastov has now...
Where did I call in?
I don't know. You called in here somewhere. I got to go look at the timestamp.
Oh.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll pull that time. Here's Rastov. He shaved his beard off.
Oh, God.
Hold on. I got to find the time. I mean, you called, so...
He called me,
I
yeah.
figured you would... Yeah, I figured you would remember it, so I didn't pull that up.
Oh, I thought our audience might want to see it if they weren't watching. Rastov looks like a mixture between David Bowie and somebody I wouldn't want. The guy from the fucking Bounty. What are those things you use to wipe down your counter? Why do I not know? Picker, quicker, thicker, picker uppers, paper towels. Holy shit! Why couldn't I? Must be having a stroke. 26. Why couldn't I think of the word paper towel? D. Snyder. That's a good one. Yeah, Boogie called me.
Okay.
I was in.
Yep.
Tim Curry. He looks exactly like Tim Curry. That was my first reference.
And 12 cents. I remember what happened. Keen was saying, "Stop." Then Boogie just screamed, "Hammer
time." Yep.
Listen, I'm live right now, and Keemstar is telling me that he never wanted me to put a hole in the wall. He said he said I went crazy and I fucking did it. But Billy, you're rewind. You've seen the fucking clips. I called you and told you I didn't want to do it, and Keem is making me do that.
Deckard
So tell me right now,
super
did Keem make me do this or not, Billy? Hold on, it's a donation.
Boogie, they are gaslighting you.
Did Keem make me do this or not? Is he fucking
Call
lying?
Jesse. Kyle Seidel super chatted $19.99. Boogie, come on, man. They told you not to do it, but you went crazy.
Yeah, what did he say?
What did you say?
Why'd you call the contractor if you didn't want to do it?
Because Keem was making me do it.
No.
So I was trying to call the contractor to see if it was doable. Because Keem was going to make me do it. Remember?
I thought you called like 4 or 5 contractors. I thought this was your idea.
No, I called him because Keem. You've seen the clips, right? You reacted to it, right? You've seen him where he made me do it.
We're rewind. We don't even react to clips anymore.
True. True.
I knew I'd get a laugh out of Keem on that one.
Billy, you wouldn't fuck with me, man, would you?
A little bit.
No.
But not this time, right? Not this time.
Boogie, you've lost your mind.
You think Keemstar's fucking with you?
Yeah, I wouldn't
One
come
second,
up with this idea myself.
It's your house, right?
No, you're
Kyle
fucking with me too. You're
Seidel
fucking with me too.
superchatted
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
$19.99. You also said, Becky's one hot mama.
No, I would never say that. No, now I know you're all fucking with me because I never.
So there you go.
I just needed to see if Keemstar laughed because I was.
I like how you said you wouldn't fuck with me, would you, Billy? A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
I was in my car. I was literally just pulled up to the Starbucks window when Boogie called, and I'm like talking to I had to mute to tell the woman I got a mobile order. I just mobile order for William. For William, please. Mobile order. And I had to unmute. Boogie, what's up?
Now, I will say this. Rastoff at one point fired Keem. And he fired Keem because we had that meeting and Keem told us that we don't talk about playing characters. And it wasn't for me, but it was for like basically Roxy and Becky, how they're always saying, it was my character. It's what I play on the show. Well, Keem and Rastoff specifically asked me to find this, and I did this, being that he is the community manager.
Yep.
Okay? This is where Keem admits to what he's doing.
That's fucked, but I love you too. That's so fucked.
Yo, do you guys understand I'm playing a snowflake right now? That's like sexual harassment. Y'all can't do that.
Do you guys understand I'm playing a snowflake right now? Keem, I thought you told us not to do that.
He very specifically said not to do that.
He very specifically said not to do that. Mm-hmm.
That's different though.
How?
Keemstar gets away with everything.
Okay, true, but still.
Well, he didn't today because I fired.
We have to be consistent. He was fired for all of 0.5 seconds.
Do you have to be consistent?
I have to be consistent.
Oh, damn.
I realized that he signs the checks, so we kind of need him. So I rehired him.
Very true. So you rehired him back.
Have you seen the way he signs the checks, though? You could probably take your left hand, close your eyes, and go, and it would. His signature is Keem in capitals with a star. It's pretty simple. Have you seen it? Let's forge the checks. We can all be millionaires. One for you, one for me, one for Xylee. Let's rob Keemstar.
I like it. I think that's a great idea. And then he won't have money for lawyers, and we will.
Look, so if we steal,
get the play button. Oh, we can get the play button.
Let's.
We all just have to get our story straight, though.
Let's leave him the fucking play buttons. He loves that shit. We're not evil.
I want what's his name's play button. Fuck, what's his name? PewDiePie. I want PewDiePie's play button. Yeah.
No, you want that creeper. You want the creeper's play button.
Money.
You want the creeper's.
Ew.
Does he have PewDiePie's play button?
Yeah, he has PewDiePie's play button.
Interesting. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I respect that. That's crazy.
I think you got to leave him the play buttons. Taking the money's no big deal. Keemstar loves a game. He'll make all the money back quicker than we can spend the money we stole. That's nothing. But taking those play buttons, that's mean. Y'all are
dirty
mean.
work, baby.
That's
dirty
mean.
work.
I'm not mean.
Hey. Shit. As much shit he's been talking about Rewind, which, by the way, I just rewound a clip from yesterday on live. Thank you very much.
Xylee, you know what I realized? We forgot to cover the biggest story in the LCU.
What? Wait, which one?
Keem was fired today.
I know. I just covered it.
Oh, shit. We rewind everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Rastov, how you feeling about everything? I saw you crashing out in the fucking Discord today. Is it too much?
I'm exhausted today. Nah, it's just like yesterday and today. Like normally we'd have like calls in the morning. They didn't call me yesterday. They didn't call me today. I waited. And then I get a call from Boogie and he's like, hey man, like I just want to give you a heads up. We're going to go over some things on the show. And I was just like, here it comes. Because like I get hate and I can handle the hate, but it's like drip torture, right? Like eventually there's going to be a drip that's like, I can't fucking take it. And so you just got to get it out of your system for a second.
You know, this is the easy part, right?
What's the hard part?
I know Keemstar for a long time. He always takes the month of June to prepare for his big party. Last year he let Tommy C run the show, and Tommy C fucking quit. Do you think you got what it takes to be the man? It's got to be the man.
I mean,
he was Tommy see you later. Are you about to be rassed off?
I got this easy. I'm firing everybody. You can all come back in July. I'll deal with Boogie, and that's it. We keep rewind, so you guys can rewind what we do on live, and then we'll just we'll do 6 hours, and you do 6 hours.
Might as well keep rewind up until you took over. We weren't really causing any problems. To be fair though, Keemstar wanted us to cause problems. He was like, rewind doesn't do enough around here. And we're like, fuck it. Now we're going to, it wasn't just Keemstar though. I did somehow piss off the entire Welsh fucking genocide on Drama Alert. What's Keemstar called out the Welsh genocide too? Actually, it's all Keemstar. He's putting this on you. We were just
Why do you think I fired him? I didn't have to bring it up.
Hey, real quick, did you get the Sly Guy's donation?
No, we did not. Sly Guy FPS says, I was in a 6.5-year relationship with the mom of my daughter and it ended. I can tell you the full story later, Beans. I'm now engaged to my favorite person ever, and you will find yours one day.
Hell yeah.
Beans, if you're watching right now, take that message and know that that's the truth. Poke Gaga says, my YouTube app currently only allows me to send $1.99 or $19.99. Sometimes $9.99 works. I don't understand it. Here's my money, you cool fucks. That was a $10 one. That's not one of the denominations you just said. You fucking trolling me, dude? Thank you, though. Darcy Fox says, I hate to be repetitive, but what's Becky doing down there, Billy? You talking about this thing? What? I'm going to start doing that every time. Every time someone sends $10 and asks me to mimic Becky doing face dives into the MILKER fucking mafia, I'm going to do it. I'm sick.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I have to. Gerard the Red says, Keem will get so bored.
Keem will get so bored he'll purposely sometimes challenge himself so much to try and get himself canceled and yet still land on his feet. So, if you're one of those that doesn't like Keem, at least respect that. Smiley face emoji.
At least respect that. No, people are dumb. People don't respect anything. They don't respect themselves. How are they going to respect somebody who puts on their own fucking boots and walks the walk? They can't do that.
And critical thinking gave 10. I don't know if you read that one.
Yeah, I might have missed that
tagged
too.
And shit.
Good, because some of this shit got lost into the sauce.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Critical thinking. Where did that one go?
It's above the Bruggs membership for 4 months.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching LolcowRewind.
I can read it. I have it right here.
Please
if you want.
do, because I'm not saying
Okay. NM name is Knightmare. Only knights in Wales were the ones who made him speak English. That's history. Sorry, NW people lost. Not sorry. Maybe his people should have tried harder and not be made England's puta.
Fuck.
Disavow. That's woof.
Yeah. I noticed you guys haven't fought each other today, so is it finally done?
Okay. Knightmare sent me like an apology message before the show, and I didn't respond. I didn't respond. So, I got a message from Xylee around the same time that we might have to go instead of nerds. And then I spilled my fucking tea. And then I had to run home. I had a doctor's appointment. I had to run home and do a bunch of stuff. And I don't know if he's gonna be pissed. I left him on red. So I might.
Well, you had a lot going on too, so
yeah. So yeah.
Well, you just explained it. You can see it.
Yeah. So I need
that's good. He apologized.
But yeah, we're not going at it. We're not going at it at all. But yeah, he gave me a message, and I need to get back to him. I had an echocardiogram where they like look at your whole heart with a fucking. It's like a sonogram when you look at a baby, but it's your heart instead. They had rubbed my shit, and I was there for too long. I get out of there, and I'm going to get some food, and Xylee's like, "We might have to go early today." I'm like, "What? I just got out of the hospital." I'm freaking out. And I spilt my tea. And I was like, no, my tea, my precious tea. And I was flipping out, and I just.
No, it was a misunderstanding. It's Rastoff's fault.
Yeah, I ran home to do the thumbnail and get everything done, and I was just running late today. Glowshine says, Billy, can we get another demonstration of the Muff Diver Supreme alternate position, please? This is Becky trying to be the new biggest story in the LCU. So her and Roxy are staging a terrible couple so they can have the biggest breakup. And this is Becky's sex tape where she's going. That's the other position. It's the same, but like from the side, I guess. Not as good. I don't know.
I could have gone my whole life without seeing that. I genuinely could have.
I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, critical thinking.
That was a rough donation. That was. I'm sorry. I have to kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I disavow it. I said it was rough, but I disavow it.
That was an oof.
Yeah, I might not have read that earlier on purpose. Now that I think of it, but
probably not.
I think at the time it just wasn't appropriate to the conversation.
Yeah.
So you're like, maybe, I don't care if Xylee says it and it's fucking bad.
Well, no, I think maybe I was going to try and go back to it, but we were talking about everything. I was like, maybe when it came in, because when donuts come in, and like if they're not with the flow of the conversation, I let them wait, you know? I try to read everything, but
it was red.
Yeah.
Yep. Zeta's in waiting.
Glow shines.
Oh,
Billy.
Shit.
Oh, that was the one I just read. I just want to do another Muff Diver. Zeta Ray, you're live with Rastov, who was playing the part of Becky, and you'll be playing the part of Roxy if you want to take part in the Becky Roxy made-for-TV movie, A Love Story Gone Wrong.
I pass.
You pass, Rastov?
Yeah, let's not.
No, thank you.
No.
Oh, what's up, Zeta?
How you doing,
You're
Zeta?
muted, by the way, Zeta, just in case you're talking. Zeta? Oh, there she is. Okay, we're getting a camera. There's Zeta. What's up, lady?
I see a pet in the back.
Okay, she's fixing something.
Yeah, she's getting there.
The cogs are turning.
It might just be the mute button on the actual app. It might not be your mic. I'm not sure.
Can't hear you.
The actual app has the mute visually on the Discord app. It says you're muted.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's got to do with it. While you set that up, I will say Mr. Dixon Butts is throwing tomatoes at the chat. Can we throw R's at Mr. Dixon Butts?
We can't hear you. You're muted in the Discord. You got yourself muted. It's not a server mute. You got yourself muted in the Discord.
R's in the chat.
What about some oohs in the chat? Ooh.
I can't unmute you either. Hold on.
I love that combination of emojis. I do. I love it.
Rastov, I made those emojis for Xylee.
It's because they whacked her back on probation. She should be able to fucking talk now. I took it off her.
You did? Okay. Oh wait, Zeta.
She's pissed.
Is she on probation?
Yeah, so she was.
Oh.
She was on Well, she fucking dropped 2 slurs like with chest on a fucking live stream.
Well, no, I know why. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was.
It was
back in.
taken off yesterday, I believe, which is I think
Okay.
it was taken off yesterday. I don't know, but it's off her now anyway.
Well, that sucks.
If she wants to talk, but
that's that. So that was not her problem. Sorry, Zeta. I thought it was a mute issue. Billy Hill says, "Hey, you guys got Big Ed on the show."
Okay, here
now
she
she's
is.
back. Now she's back. There we go.
There
Zeta
we
Ray
go.
live on LolcowRewind.
There we go, Zeta. Zeta?
Rastov, what happened to your beard?
dude, I got fucking peer pressured into shaving
I
it. I'm
like
not
it
shaving
without the
anything else.
beard.
I'm not shaving anything else. So my lady was fucking mad. She was so angry.
Zeta, how you doing? I think we got you on full effect
Hello,
now.
can you
Hey,
hear me
yes,
now?
we got you.
Yes, we
Fucking
can.
shit, dude. Tell you what, I was trying to unmute, then it wouldn't let me unmute. Whatever.
Yeah,
The
Rastov
fuck?
just fixed it so you can
Bullshit.
talk.
Yeah, I'm glad you fucking think it's funny, fucker.
It is
Anyways, let me get to what I was getting to. Just want to take up a few moments of your time, and then I'll be gone.
For sure. We got the Joker
What are
chair.
we doing?
Let me just fucking adjust this right quick. I would have left it on auto, but I have this thing with my fucking camera auto fucking following me and not doing it right.
Are you going to do a black
All right.
belt demonstration?
What the fuck? Not today, bitch, and hopefully not any day.
I know that's right.
I was trying to get Rastov to fight you, and he was like, no, she'll kick my ass.
Yeah.
It's so funny how people don't believe shit when I say it. They have to pull out fucking
Wait,
proof. Anyways, motherfuckers, this is just me and my little housewife, and I felt like I should let y'all know that I am in fact married to a woman. Yeah. And,
yes, we love her. She's awesome.
Yeah, and we've been we have a history that goes all the way back to high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I identify as being demisexual if I have to check a box.
Okay.
And so what had happened was I got in a little bit of trouble, even though I didn't use the hard agate
Yeah.
when I said F-L-A-G.
Epsler. Yeah.
The flag.
And what had happened was I glitched back from Aussie back onto Rewind, where all that fucking nightmare shit was going on.
Yeah.
So I've been getting attacked because there's certain snowflakes in the Discord that have been brainwashed by the left liberal media to think that all they are is their sexuality. So you guys are more than just your sexuality, and you don't have to come at me and my character because you've been reduced to that. Okay? So during this process, I've done everything I can do to keep from going against my morals. I'm a good friend. So when people are saying I'm trying to buy my way on a show, that's because you don't understand what it looks like when somebody makes a spectacle and throws their audience to support somebody else. So I thought to myself, Roxy has it way worse than you do right now, because her husband's actually on his deathbed in Minecraft. But I'm going to go ahead and just throw everybody, all the audience I fucking earned from Fat Camp Day 1, all the audience that I should have earned had I been more selfish and not so selfless. I should have kept my Starlink to myself to make my own content. Or maybe I should have had my wife, who's not a public figure, go and actually record shit on camera, because Twiggy fucking sucked at it and didn't know that a lens can't be face to face and flat against a woman's body. So that's why I look so fucking huge, and that's why that's why, what is she, Voldemort 3 looks so huge. So what I really wish is that when I fucking left, people would have left me alone instead of questioning my fucking morals and saying that I would pay to fuck up somebody else's marriage. So I had to come back and I had to defend that. And Keem asked me to come back and I did that. So every time this universe has called me to do that, to step up, to be a team player, I fucking done that since December.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck if I get queens. I don't give a fuck if I get Aussie. What I have asked this universe to do is to make sure that when I'm at my weakest point right now, about to be laid up, and I don't know how far I'm going to get cut into, is to fucking have my back. So I feel like Rastov didn't have my back. Rastov was distracted by motherfucking Becky's nonsense, and so was fucking Xylee being distracted by Becky's nonsense. That it damaged the person who actually had the professional license to take care of Big Billy should something go down.
I wasn't
Roxy
there
left-
that first whole week.
Roxy left all her shit there. We made sure we had an AED in case Billy's fucking heart stopped. We made sure that shit was done. And I've never, ever thought that I was owed a show. But what I'm asking for is to not be moved around so that I can have my audience in one place. I never fucking name dropped ever. I've wanted an audience that I could share small parts of my life with. But shit's being blown out so much now that there's fucking people I've pissed off in girl world that are going to start putting the fucking pieces together and be like, how does she know this bitch? How she know this bitch? How she know this bitch? And it comes for my one and only fucking income. So Roxy wants to run her mouth and say fucking, oh, Zeta has money. Zeta has that. Yeah, I'm not fucking dirt poor because I built a fucking empire. And I am trying to fucking build an empire the right way, the moral way. I'm not going to fucking sub farm. I'm not going to go up and talk shit and try and get other people's audiences. And I haven't parlayed anything that I've made from this fucking universe into my channel because that's breaking the rules. And now, and once my name is in red again, my hands are tied. I can't fucking do anything. I have to play by the universe's rules. I can't fucking put what I want on my own fucking channel at all, period. So I'm not saying I'm going to be some big fucking YouTuber or this or that. But what I'm saying is that me throwing money, this whole thing that Keem's doing, this whole thing that's been going on, it's for a fucking reason. There's a fucking fight between good and evil, and it's not gay or fucking straight. Okay?
Right. Okay.
So, and when I did that, I immediately apologized in Discord. Immediately. But nobody can apologize and fucking have nobody look except for Keem's prize piggy, Mike's prize piggy. Right?
Okay, I
That's
get
really
that.
fucked up.
I get everything you're saying, but here's I just only because you used my name in this, so I'm gonna say this part. I was too distracted by Becky to take care of Billy. I wasn't there the first week.
No. I'm not talking about Fat Camp. I'm talking about that whole like when she was losing her shit and drunk and mumbling and all that other stuff. When Keem's Memorial Day weekend party got ruined. Right? You were popping in and out of streams, trying to get the okay to end the stream. And Rastov was doing the same thing. And he wasn't paying attention very well. And that caused fucking all the drama to go out a lot longer. So it ruined our fucking weekend plans. And it ruined one of our fucking birthdays. You know what I'm saying?
But I was doing.
So that's why I'm pissed off it.
Yeah, me doing
What drama?
Well, that whole weekend started drama, right?
Yeah, that whole weekend. Remember?
Oh, that was that day.
Weekend? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing was me trying to, because Mike was in the Discord. Well, Mike said it on the stream. Rastov at that point was, I think you were running the stream, weren't you? Were you not? Weren't you running the stream at that point? No, you weren't. It was something.
This was when Ozzy was going up to.
These are just like little fucking semantics, like little case scenarios. You know what I mean? But I get why you guys were so distracted and all this shit was going on.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of collateral damage, right? And like we were the most collateral damage because their wives are public figures. You know what I'm saying? Like Brantley, everybody was accusing.
So you're talking about the Wonder Woman situation specifically, right?
Yeah,
because it affected her too, right?
Of course, I was triggered when I went up on that panel because I have Steak there, AMAC there, and you there, right? And I'm just like trying to stay the fuck out of it, and then I hear people drawing more shit in, so I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go up there and fucking ream out. Like when you're pissed and it's your spouse, you fucking see red, right? Just like Boogie did, just like he was like, "Fuck you, Tina." Da 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 da. So that's exactly the same thing that happened. And I let a British cigarette slip. My bad. I totally broke down last night. My wife has never seen me cry like that. I was crying like a little fucking bitch, sucking fucking lip in every fucking thing. Like it's
What's
bad.
up, Keem?
And it's
I don't mean to laugh. Just the way you did that was funny.
I put my
Hold on, let Keem. What's up, Keem?
Zeta, this is like complicated because you have helped out the universe in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
Fat Camp, without your Starlink, I don't know what we do. I don't know how I would solve that problem.
Very true.
It was very challenging. You gave people rides back and forth to the airport. There were times where we had nobody to host Milkers and you host Milkers, right? So there's this one aspect of like, yes, Zeta's been a great member of our community who's helped out and been selfless, right? But then you bring up those things and say, get me a job, put me on payroll. And then it's like, well,
I've never done that. What I've said is I have this big surgery, Keem, coming up. Like I have a fucking organ in my body that's fucking dying. Do you not get that? You want to fucking move me from fucking interning on Aussie for fucking 4-hour streams. And I knew I wasn't going to get that the last 2 times I fucking did it. I knew I wasn't. I knew it was between Tech and Protect and fucking Mitch the bitch that I had crashed out fucking twice. Like I fucking did it for the fucking team, right? And then you wanted to move me to fucking the mornings to intern on fucking Aussie again. I have fucking doctor's appointments like fucking crazy. I'm not just some fucking 19-year-old that dropped off the fucking face of the earth, dude. I'm trying to save my fucking life. And I thought I could at least fucking count on you or fucking Roxy or anybody who's been burning my time, my energy to fucking at least look out for a bitch. No. But nobody fucking steps up and says, hey, Keem, this is fucking what Ulysses did. She fucking triggered Voldemort 3. She fucking did this. She did that. She did this. She did that. And thanks. I just fucking slipped my government. Thanks. Thanks for fucking always wanting me in a fucking state where I'm going to fuck up. And that's how the fuck it feels. I don't think I need a show. And another thing that fucking Piggy always bitches about is that when you're in Discord, you get hate. Yeah, you're right. You do. And it's not worth it for me being a big bitch on a fucking string bikini that fucking preaches about being unfluenced and being natural and being active while you're fat so you don't stay in your fucking basement and be fat. Where's my fucking place? I didn't go to on Milkers because my titties are fucking gonna be sagging this whole time I'm losing weight. So there, you could have had this crashed out on live yesterday in front of a bigger fucking audience, but there's no damn way I was going to go on Aussie and shit on T-Mac's chest after I've already shit on her chest on fucking Milkers. Playing around, fucking around. It's fine. Roxy was a fucking fan of me. I don't give a shit. I'll build up my fandom. And I didn't name drop. I said I want to be somewhere so I can freaking have my friends share out my shit. That's it. Okay. Thanks for making it a bigger deal about who I know, exactly who I know. There's only 3 minutes left to the show. I'm done. I've crashed out. I'll be over on my own channel until I can learn what the fuck I can do from you tomorrow. I guess on live.
Why don't you go? Why don't you go on Aussie tonight? Oh God.
I'm not gonna go on Aussie tonight because that steak needs to freaking come at me correct. I'm sorry.
Maybe you need.
And obviously, I'm too emotional. I'm too emotional if I'm slipping shit that I shouldn't be slipping online.
Okay, but I got find. Okay, she doesn't work with me. She does not work with me. I'm like, do this, do that, do that. I try to find a spot, and she's like, no, blah blah blah, like, and then does this. It's like I don't know
how many times did I try to talk to you about trying to find a place for her to go and like different fucking co-hosts? And this was before I was on live. This was while I was on Aussie. I talked to you about it all the time because I wanted her to go somewhere, but she thinks I don't have her back, and it pisses me off.
Okay.
She's my angel.
This is a fact. Becky is easier to work with than Zeta.
Whoa,
that's a fact. Zeta is a no machine. All right. You say, Zeta, okay, I want you to do that. No. Okay, I want you to do no. You know? And this is all because she had performances that weren't that good. And I said they weren't that good. Then it's a slew of excuses. And then it's just no. I need to be on payroll. It's like, Zeta, I would love for you to fit into a show and get on a show. You're not going on Queens.
That's a big show to go on.
Yeah, Queens might not be the right spot, but I have heard you say you're looking for that spot multiple times for her. I've heard you say how much you're looking for that spot for Zeta. You do think she's
Zeta's got to wake up.
Yeah,
Zeta's got to wake. If Zeta was the host of Queens with Tina, they're going to lose about 50% of their revenue. It's going to be a mass exodus. All right. I am not doing that. Zeta got to build up Zeta. Zeta got to go on a smaller show, build up her rep, build up the hype around Zeta for a bigger opportunity, or make the small show that she starts off on a big show. That's what Rostov did.
Yeah.
Look at Zay. Fucking went on Queens, went on Milkers, like helped out on Nerds, and then ended up on Nerds. Like she went everywhere, and she got told no a shitload.
It's like, dude, I love Zeta. I want Zeta to be a part of the LCU for.
I do too.
Dude, when she picked up that broom, I think she was actually just cleaning. I thought brooms are like such a big part of the LCU now. I thought she was doing a bit with it. I was like on every word. I'm like, what is she about to do with this broom?
I know. I'm sitting here like, am I gonna have to kick her? Am I gonna have to kick her? What is she doing?
That was like the most menacing broom I was triggered by the broom.
You're locked in though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was locked the fuck in too.
Dude, that was intense.
When she said I didn't have it back, I was like, what the? I was like, uh-oh. What did I do? Because I've tried a lot.
We are running over into the Aussie time right now. We're going to have to wrap this up.
Before we do,
I hope she jumps on.
Zeta. Aussie's about to go live. You got beef with steak. If I were you, now's not a good time to be a vegetarian.
Oh, what?
Vegetarian. What, you didn't hear me?
Yeah, okay. Vegetarian. Yes.
Don't vegetarian me. We're going live to Aussie.
Ladies and gentlemen, really quick before we go, Goofette says, oh my God, it's Jenna Ortega's mom's acquaintance. Dual Vicarious says, who cares? Seth looks says, great, thanks for sharing. Nisi Lone Wolf, welcome to Band World. Says, Zeta, you should pick a lane, fake cry more. Billy Hill says, so this is the biggest story now. That gets us all caught up. Thank you guys for your support tonight. LolcowRewind is out. Ziley, anything you want to say?
Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for the new members, and we love you. Bye.
Rastov, anything you want to say?
Go and support Steak and Amac. I'm giving them another shot because people fucking loved the two of them together yesterday. So I want to see what else they can do today. Yeah.
That's what's up.
They liked it. They really liked them.
Go type hire Zeta in the chat right now.
Oh my God.
On Aussie.
Oh my God.
Hire Zeta. Hire Zeta.
Hire Zeta, fuck steak. Hire Zeta, fuck steak.
Hire Zeta, fuck steak. Hire Zeta, fuck steak.
Zeta, fuck steak. Hire. Fuck steak.
Goodbye, everybody.